God of War sequel delayed till 2022, and it will also release on the PlayStation 4? Get your shit together, Sony. Hi, I'm the boy who already forgot about COVID-19, and these are my opinions. Today's episode, why isn't Black Widow out yet? Next week, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade will be released on the PlayStation 5. And with that little next-generation hardware boost, I can think of a couple of prominent features that gamers may be eager to ogle. Tifa's breasts. But also, I would like to talk about Cloud's arms. Cloud's arms are special. They're special things. Cloud's for a long time has been an RPG protagonist who's been svelte. He's kind of skinny guy, comparatively. And yet, he's got this big giant sword. And it's like, how is that man even lifting that thing? With the release of Final Fantasy VII Remake, we now know how he did it. Mystery's been solved. He's actually kind of jacked. He's scrawny jacked. Scrawny and jacked at the same time. And not scrawny and ripped. Mind you. That's something else entirely. That can be freaky sometimes. Cloud's not that. He's got bulk despite his svelteness. Hard to say what's going on there. And so, it's the kind of thing that I kind of think I could do. It's the kind of thing that makes you think, like, maybe that's something that's attainable. Which feels crazy, because you're looking at a video game character. I mean, you know, look at me. I'm never going to be Chris Evans. Alright? I'm never going to be Kumail Nanjiani. But maybe I could have arms like Cloud. Maybe. So I had to know. I interviewed the most qualified person I could imagine. Sean Clinton, former personal trainer to the stars, Bradley Ellis and Brandon Jones, but most importantly, someone who has played Final Fantasy VII Remake. So Sean, in your years as a personal trainer, thank you for joining us, by the way.
Yeah, sure.
In your years as a personal trainer, has anyone ever come to you and said, I want to look like a video game character in particular?
I want to say you're the first one.
Do you ever look at a video game and you say, this character needs to work out more? Legitimately. Have you ever played a video game and you're like, wow, this character should really work on this area or this area?
I feel like I would be taking unfair shots, but I mean, if I look at Link, I feel like Link, for all the climbing and running around and running out of stamina in Breath of the Wild, I'm like, you should be way more fit, my friend.
You know what? That's fair, though. That man climbs mountains with his bare hands.
I'm just saying. Saying, it doesn't happen a lot, but, given all the exaggerated characters we see out there, I feel like Link should have gotten a little bit more.
Actually, you know what, though, Sean? I feel like that kind of ties into what I'm talking about with Cloud, is that I think of similarly to Link, it's sort of like an attainable fitness. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's thing where you look at and you're like, man, maybe I could pull that off.
All right. I tell you what. I'm not the biggest fan of Cloud. I think Zack is a true hero, but there's something to it. Like if you look at Cloud's muscles, they're like, it's a very lean physique. It's a very you don't have to do too much to actually get a good physical shape in there. I'm gonna come up with this workout specifically for Cloud, and we're gonna make Cloud. We're gonna make you look like Cloud. But for Cloud specifically, it doesn't take too much, right? So that's actually a good thing for you. Someone that has a physique that you have today. You could get started on Cloud's physique, and you would get pretty good results within like the first 10 weeks of working out. Doing like a pretty, challenging but not extremely exhausting workout, as long as you stick with it every single week.
So I'm hiding my physique today, Sean.
Okay.
Like this before image is not inspiring, I would say.
So you would have to lose kind of like your signature hoodie in order for me to really judge is what you're saying, or?
No, well, I'm saying like maybe it's like a defense mechanism. I'm wearing my hoodie today, but like this is where we're.
There you go.
I'm gonna blow out my camera.
That doesn't matter.
The difference between me and Cloud is it's just a line. There's no lump here.
Think of it as like being molded, right? That's why you built that delts to build those shoulders up, that nice little line. Like that's perfect. As soon as you start picking up some weights and you start working out, you stick with it. I'm telling you, you're gonna get some nice lines in there. That's a good start. I would say if you look at the rest of the upper body, maybe it's gonna be some room for some more work. But today we're just gonna focus on Cloud's arm.
All of my mass is below the belt. Yeah.
Below the belt. So your gut looks good. Like nothing.
No, I got a paunch.
Paunch. A
Yeah.
paunch. Sorry, I'm from Germany, so sometimes paunch. Is that like kind of? Do I imagine
Germans
like
have
a?
I know Germans have paunches.
Do I
Just
do,
like a little, little. Whoop.
Oh, okay. Okay. We kind of call it like the Shrek bod. Like kind of blowing out there, and is that about paunch?
Okay, Sean, I do not have a Shrek bod.
Let's focus on Cloud. Let's focus on the arms. Let's focus on the
All right.
nice physique, right?
So you told me to pick up two things. Okay, one is a dumbbell.
Yes.
And the dumbbell has to be, would you say, relatively heavy in that I could not do 20. You know what I
Yes.
mean? 20 would be too much. 10
Yes.
would be too few. So
Yes.
it's like I have to do something in that range.
Yes. So let me help you explain that.
Yeah.
Because it helps if you understand like why I suggested that, right? So what we're
Okay.
looking for is we're looking for a genuine workout. We're not looking for like, hey, this is all like just fun and goofs. No, like we're
This is
looking
not a
for this is not a bit. This is not
Yeah.
a bit. We're looking for a legit workout. It is more focused on the arms and the shoulders and a little bit of the back, but in this case, we're still trying to challenge the muscle. And so we need to find a weight that challenges your muscles, but like not extremely exhaust them in the sense of like you're breaking down too many muscle fibers.
I think I messed up because so Dick's was closing. Dick's Sporting Goods. It was closing in like 15 minutes. And so I was rushing through. I got the pull-up bar because you said I'm going to have to do some
Good,
chin-ups. So I'm like, okay, I'll buy a pull-up bar.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't know. Sean, it's very uncomfortable to be in a store, like a sporting goods store, and just like testing it. You know what I mean? Just like testing something out.
You're in a sporting goods store.
I got a 20-pound
All right.
dumbbell.
All right. There you go. You feel like that was too light?
No, I feel like that's too heavy. I feel like, I'll try to like demonstrate for you today. I feel like I probably went overboard with that.
We'll see.
You saw my arm. You saw where we're starting at.
We'll
Sean.
see. Hey, don't judge your strength by just the look of your arms. It doesn't necessarily correlate. I mean, you can have a lot of base strength. So I'm get to see that a little later. It's not going to be the first exercise though. So should we jump straight into that? Like
We should jump
what
straight
should
in.
you do?
Yeah.
Right?
But that's
Yes.
my equipment. I got the dumbbell and I got the pull-up bar.
Of course, this is just focus on Kyle. This is the assessment that I did with Kyle. So I know a little bit about him, kind of behind the scenes. For now, we can just have some fun and see Kyle actually work out. How we're gonna do that? 3 to 4 times per week, okay, Kyle? You're gonna do the following 5 exercises, okay? 5
Okay.
exercises. First exercise, the chin up. Good starting exercise to target right away the forearm, the biceps, and the anterior side of your shoulders, right? The front side of your shoulders, the entire front side pretty much of your arms. So that's a very good start. You're gonna jump straight into it. Of course, please do a quick warm up if you can. Just kind of going through the movements. Yes, seeing Kyle work out, okay? That has been a request, personal request I've received over the years as an unofficial Easy Allies trainer, okay? Finally, I get him to work out a little bit. I'm so stoked. Never seen him actually do anything. Now, good. 3, nice. 4, nice. That was 4. Okay.
Yeah. Have you ever in any of your sessions had
Yes.
somebody just do 4 chin-ups?
I have. And you know what? Honestly, it's a good start. For now, what is important is with any of these exercises going forward, you're gonna, first of all, with this one, you're gonna try to do as many repetitions as you can and then take 1 minute of rest after that. And the important thing is every single time you do this workout, you're gonna aim to do like just one more repetition. And you'll notice as you continue, as you get stronger, you're gonna do that extra repetition. And then you're gonna tell me in like 10 weeks, you say, Sean, like, I can't believe I ever did 4. Moving on to the second exercise, Kyle. The barbell curl. Now I know I told you get a dumbbell, that's fine as well. What you want to do is you want to start with a curl first. So you're going to still work on the biceps, you still work on the anterior side here. And for this one in particular, you're going to try to do 10 to 20 repetitions, as we mentioned earlier. Now, there's a difference here. You're going to take 30 seconds of rest after each set as opposed to 1 minute, okay? Because we're really trying to crank those out, target a different energy system, not to make it too complex. But I would say get started, get up there, do some curls if you can.
What if I can do only 5?
5, you should ideally lower the weight if you can. If you can only do 5, that's why, you gotta find
I can't
the
lower
weight.
this. It says 20 right now. I can't lower it.
Yes.
All the way up to
Curl. You got it. That's 1 already.
here.
Yes.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Sean, this hurts.
Stabilize
This hurts
yourself.
me.
Stabilize yourself.
All the way down, right?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Now you may want to make sure it doesn't hurt. Kyle often uses that word. It hurts me, but he really means this challenges me. You want to make sure it's not painful. But Kyle looks like he's doing really well. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. You got
This
it.
sucks. This challenges me, Sean.
You know what? Would you rather do that or swing the Buster Sword all day? Now we're going to do that pull-up, that wide grip pull-up. What is the difference to the chin-up? Now on the wide grip, a lot of people tend to forget that or maybe don't know it. When you do that chin-up here, you're targeting your anterior muscles, specifically like the biceps here, okay, and the shoulders. When you're doing that wide grip pull-up, you're going to target a lot more of your back, your lats.
So like technically, like just because my door frame, I can't really like pull that off.
Yes.
This one we'll do the beautiful Sean B-roll
Sounds good. Okay.
in some beautiful Swedish park somewhere.
Exactly.
Is that like a regular? Is that a regular thing that all Swedish parks just have a nice little workout zone in them?
I wouldn't say all Swedish parks, but it is very, very common over here. But to be fair, like coming from LA, like this was like around in every park there as well. Like every park had some sort of like workout space and all of that. It might be like a very California thing to, I don't know, but like for Sweden, yeah, absolutely. People love the outdoors over here. And I can't blame them. I'm sitting right behind, right in front of a forest, and it's just freaking beautiful over here. Anyway, fourth exercise, right? We're on the fourth already, which would be the push-up, okay? So you notice we've moved to the back side here, the posterior side of your body by doing the lat pull-up, and now we're continuing that trend.
Cloud's got good lats, by the way.
Cloud's
If we're looking for Cloud, oh my God, there's no way you're gonna belittle Cloud's lats. That's like he's
similar to his chest. Cloud has like an okay. It's okay. It's okay.
It's why the character model works.
It's nothing wrong with it. It's not. It doesn't stand out. It's like how we say in Sweden. It's lagom. It's like not too much, not too little. It's just fine. It's just fine. It's just good.
You know what? That's yeah. That's I think 100% what we're looking for today. Is lagom? Is that what you said?
Lagom, yeah. Okay, so the fourth exercise is the push-up. So we're still on the posterior side, the back side here. Cloud has a good. This is kind of what when people talk about like Cloud's arms. That's what probably most people talk about, right? They talk about like the shoulders and they talk like about this nice little like horseshoe tricep. We're gonna do this push-up, okay? We're gonna focus on a more close grip position push-up. So the regular push-up is kind of wider, that focuses a little bit more on the chest. We're gonna come a little closer, not diamond, not too close, but like really kind of elbows right next to the body, the upper body. Right? And we're gonna go into a regular push-up position. We're gonna push straight up, drive the elbows back, right? Just like that.
Why are you curling your fingers?
Because I'm gripping something, okay? I have to imagine I'm in the field right now. I'm like, I gotta grip something, so I'm gripping something. You can see it like in my footage that I provided.
So you're gripping Swedish grass when you're doing your push-ups?
I'm gripping that Swedish grass, that Swedish wood, anything I can grab, okay? Give it a shot. Okay. We're gonna go for 10 to 20 push-ups again. Kyle doing push-ups. Man, it's like a dream come true here.
How many of these?
So we're gonna aim for 10 to 20 again, okay? So,
okay, between 10 and 20. I'm doing 15.
Don't have to announce it. He has some nice tension there in the body. Driving now a little bit now. He's getting a little weaker. You can tell he's driving a little bit more through the upper body, through the chest, as opposed to the triceps. So, a few little things, but overall, very nicely done.
Did I stick my butt up too much?
I think the audience would have loved you to do that, but no, you did not. one more exercise to go.
Yeah.
And then this is pretty much it. We have already covered the forearms, the biceps, the triceps. We have covered the shoulders already a little bit with both the push-ups and the pull-ups, the chin-ups and the pull-ups. But now, final exercise for those shoulders, the signature cloud shoulders, right? That's what you want. We're gonna go with the shoulder press. Again, an exercise that you can do with either a barbell or a dumbbell, what feels more comfortable to you, what kind of equipment, depending on what you have available to you. You can even do it outdoorsies with, just pushing any kind of stuff up. Just don't, harm any animals, like if you have pets or anything like that. I don't like seeing that kind of stuff. So please just do a nice little shoulder press. Take those 20 dumbbells that you have there and just press them up right there. So you only have one dumbbell. So what you want to do first of all is you want to take one arm, one hand down and put them like kind of on your hips to stabilize yourself a little bit. That makes it a little more challenging to yourself already because now you're working your stabilizers here.
It's already hard just to hold this up.
Isometric exercise right there. I didn't even put it in, but you're already getting it, right? Yeah, from there you're going to try pushing up, push up. There you go. Good. Come back down. Come back down. Don't fully. Yeah. It's good. It's good.
Okay.
Good. Come back down and come back up. Now this is one of those, right, where you really want to make sure you adjust the weight appropriately. You got it. You got it. So you would do once again, you would do like up to 20 repetitions, 1 minute rest in between, and then you're done. You want to stretch out. You want to again get that signature crowd look. You have to stretch out a lot, kind of get those muscles back into a normal resting length, and then. Very, very important, Kyle, since you are the kind of person that says, I will never want to look like the true hero, Zach, you have to switch to maintenance once you feel that you've achieved the physique that you want to have. So if you finally have those arms that Cloud has, what are you going to do now? You're going to continue doing the same workout, try to increase every single time? No. You go with 1 time a week, you do this exact same program once a week, and you kind of maintain that muscle. You maintain that muscle mass, okay? You're not going to increase the weights anymore. You're just going to do the same exercise once per week. That's the secret.
That sounds so doable.
That's the secret. That's the secret.
That's the goal. That's the goal, right? The goal is to get to once a week so you don't have to do it 3 to 4 anymore.
That's the goal. Of course, once again, I point this out. Like normally, as a PT, I would recommend, you train the entire upper body, right? So we simplify a little bit here, but keep in mind, the underlying idea here is still that you go into challenging the body so that it needs to adapt. And then once it has adapted, you only give it as much that it needs in order to maintain it. There's additional benefits to working out more and doing different things, varying up the exercise and stuff like that. But just if you're going for just that look specifically, once a week, baby, you got it.
Sean, thank you so much for taking time out of your nice Swedish day in your beautiful Swedish sunlight to help me learn how to develop arms like Cloud.
When you're ready to upgrade to Zach, call me.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I don't want to be Zach. Zach to me, Zach represents an ex-boyfriend you can never live up to. He's cool. He says all the right things. He's confident. And you know that she's kind of stuck on him a little bit. You know what I mean? She'll be like, no, you're different. I like you.
Can I do a quick shout out?
Please.
Shout out? I'd like to do a quick shout out to my good friend, Dustin Furman. He's up and coming in this entire gaming scene, the calmest down in the gaming industry. Very calming voice. I love this guy. Dustin, I know you're watching this. Good to see you, my friend. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions about this workout, if you want to try it yourself, you can also, of course, reach me at Sean Efficiency on Twitter. Now, I'm not there full time anymore on the personal training side, but I still like to help. So please reach out anytime. And Kyle, it has been such an honor and such a great pleasure of mine to be working with you again. It's always so much fun. So thank you so much for my side.
Do you think in 3 months, do you sincerely believe I will have arms like Cloud in 3 months? Sincerely, what do you actually think?
Sincerely, you're going to be on that path where you have that. Now, we haven't touched the component of nutrition today, okay? But if you ping me offline, we can have a chat, okay?
That's
nutrition's
you
are lean. You are lean, Kyle. You are lean, Kyle. You need to build muscle. You need protein. Where you get that protein from? Up to you. Different sources. Possibly
what
you already
about
get
trash, junk food?
possibly you already get enough protein. I'm not saying you cut everything out of your life. You're lean already.
I get a lot of protein. You saw my paunch.
That might be enough.
So there you have it. In 3 months, obviously I will be absolutely jacked beneath my fall sweaters. Jacked in time for fall. I hope this was an educational episode, or at least entertaining for you as well as me. Next week is the E3 kickoff. There will be an E3 episode of Delayed Input going up next Thursday. Hope to see you then. Thanks for watching. So I got my PS5 hooked up for capture for this episode. Obviously, I needed some cloud capture, but I figured this is actually also a wonderful opportunity for me to share with the world a beautiful thing. Something I believe to be the best player-controlled character's walk cycle in all of time, in all of existence. The best walk cycle you'll ever see on a character you can control. Not a bit. This is something I truly believe. I don't think I've seen one better than this. And I'm about to share it with you. Do you have a guess, even? I'm curious if there's one in your mind, or if you're just like, Kyle, I don't even know where to begin. What do you mean? Mario? No. From Strange Brigade's DLC, talking about Anjali Khan. Now this is our character here, and this is her walk cycle. I can't believe this. Look at this. Who compares to this? It's almost villainous. It's almost, I love being able to be this character. It's almost that kind of thing where you point out, it's like, oh, I wish I could be that character. You can be that character. She can put her gun away. She can switch guns. Still very sassy, very villainous. But I mean, that's you. You're still doing good things, killing zombies, mummies. The game's about mummies. But yeah, I almost wanted to offer it as a challenge too. If you think that there is any walk cycle better than that one, drop it in the comments. And I don't mean, don't be like Virgil's is pretty good. Virgil's is badass. Don't be like there's other good ones. I want to see walk cycles that are better than this. Actually better than this. Because I'm not sure there is one. How weird is that? How weird is it? It's a DLC character for Strange Brigade that is the best walk cycle I've ever seen in any video game character ever. A beautiful thing. Glad I could share it with you. Thanks for watching.